Hello and welcome to the Mariposa Hub by Nagia Daido. It's nice to have you. I hope you have been well from wherever you are. Mariposa is butterfly. In Spanish, we are evolving and knowledge is power. And in this platform, we share what we are learning so that we become better versions of ourselves. And so in today's episode, we'll handle matters of our careers and factors to consider when we are choosing your career, or how do you choose a career? What do you consider? Yes, so that's what we will be handling. So the first factor to consider is your personality. Your personality is who you are. What determines your nature, the kind of person you are. Psychologists have different way of describing our personalities. There are two broad categories. There are the extroverts and the introverts. The extroverts are the ones who are more outgoing and they are more expressive, and then the introverts are more they are more quiet. They don't speak a lot, or they're not very loud, if I can use that word. Yes, then the extroverts, they're in two categories. They are sanguines and cholerics. And then sanguines speak more, they are more expressive, and then they are called social butterflies. They are very social. Then cholerics, they are what they are considered. They are born leaders. That's a general feel of how cholerics are. They chart the path. They set the pace. They offer directions. They are very forthright. Yes, that's how most cholerics are. And then introverts, we have phlegmatics, or they call phlegs, and then melancholics. So melancholics are very structured. They are calm, but they are very quiet. They are very organized. They want they like their things in they are quite procedural in how they do their things. Yes, and then they are very analytical. They think a lot. Before they come to a decision, they have really thought a lot, and that one sometimes makes them to take a while, because they consider so many factors before they get there. Yes, they also have they have a sense of leadership also. Then they can be considered, sometimes some of the characteristics, they can be considered pessimistic sometimes, because of their nature of analysis. The possibilities are many, so they can see some loopholes, and sometimes they tend to see the gaps more than the others, the possibilities, but they can teach themselves to balance that aspect. Then there's the other one is phlegmatics. They are more social. They are warm, they are hospitable, they love people, they don't want to hurt people. They are called most of the time they are caught in the people pleasing, because they don't want conflict. They just want everybody to feel good, to be nice, just everything to be okay. So they're just nice people, warm people, just yeah. And that aspect of wanting everything to be fine, not to be in conflict, not to rub on people, that one now makes them people pleasing. And they can be they can be stepped on by people, because some people can take advantage of that side of them, and because they know they can be manipulated, because someone can be angry at you, pretend they're angry, so that now that person who has that personality becomes careful and holds back. So that's an aspect to look at. Then also indecisive can come in for phlegmatics, because of that aspect of wanting every person to be happy, like every person to be pleased with what they are doing. They don't want to be in conflict, so that's a challenge. So it's important to check. Those are the 4 main, but then there's another one which is called 6 personality test. It's called Myers-Briggs. Yes, it's a test you can check. That one gives a further breakdown of the type of personality. Now that in terms of your thinking, your mental state, how you decide. Are you judgmental? Are you intuitive? Are you a feeler? As in, you're quite emotional. You experience things a lot in your emotions. Are you forthright in your decisions? So there's one, that 16 type. I think I will put the link to that website. You can do your personality test in that. So your careers is affected. Your career choice will be affected by your personality. Some careers need a lot of you to be more outgoing. Others, when you are laid back, it's okay. You are behind the scene. Like if you're a web developer, you develop websites, so most of the time you'll be behind the scenes. So if you are a person who wants to be in the limelight, so you'll feel conflicted. So it's important that you decide. Or if you want to be a politician, you want to be a model, a fashion person, that one requires you to be out there, like a model or a PR person. And if now you like your space to be quiet, to just have to work behind the scene, so you will be conflicted. Or if you're now an introvert and you need to work in the forefront, you can now see what areas can allow you to be now in the limelight. And then, because introverts find energy or rejuvenate themselves when they are in a quiet place, they have their quiet time. But extroverts find energy when they are out there, when they are socializing, they're interacting with people. So if now you're the introvert who finds new energy when you have your personal time, and you're in that workspace where you are out there, you can now be putting breaks in between, where you retreat, you get your personal time, you rejuvenate, then now you continue. So if you find yourself in that regard. So careers, now when you have not decided, you can consider that. If you're already in it, you can check if you're still thriving, or if you need to make a change or adjustments. If there are other departments within your docket that you can adjust, that could also work for you. Yes, otherwise there are more characteristics in those personalities, so you can check their number of websites that guide on the personalities. So number 2 factor is your interest and your passion. You also need to have interest and passion in what you're doing, not just something that has been imposed on you. Of course, interests sometimes change as you continue on in the journey of life, but it's important at any given time that you have found yourself in, that you find something that you have interest. That's when it will assist to sustain the momentum of your work. It's something you wake up to do. It energizes you. You find excitement. You can't wait for tomorrow to come. You can't wait that God gifts you a new day to do what He has put in you to do. Yes, so that's interest, that's passion. So it's important that you find that balance where you have something that really fuels you. You have that drive to do what you're doing, not that you're waking up, you're already feeling tired to show up at your workplace, or if it's a business, you're already tired to show up. So it's important to check on that. Then the next one is your value system, or your belief system. So it's important to choose a career that is in line with your values. Like, it doesn't strain you on your values. If it's money matters, then the nature of handling the money is you're always in conflict with what you believe. Then you'll always, or if it's even, sometimes maybe the career itself does not have issues, but the organization you're in is conflicting with your values, then there'll be a need to make adjustments. But not even a career, there are careers that you don't feel they intermarry with your values. So that one will need to reconsider the choice you're making. And then the other factor is profitability. Yes, money issues. See, some of the careers will take a very long time before you finish studying. Others you can just get in as a business and learn. Of course, even some businesses, laying up a business until it's quite profitable, it's a lot of hard work. So it's important to consider the profitability. Yes, most of us now check only the financial aspects, and now we don't consider the other factors, but it's profitability. It will bring in something, and it's something that can grow. Yes, there are prospects, which takes me to the next point that is connected to that one. Prospects of growth in terms of financially, socially, and even to allow you to grow mentally and other aspects of your life. Are there prospects of growth? And those prospects, for instance, now connecting with the profitability and the prospects of growth, can you gain a skill that will allow you, especially in our time where employment is quite an issue, there's high rates of unemployment. So can you gain a skill or build a skill that will allow you to employ yourself at some point, or after, if you need to retire, will you be redundant? Because there's nothing that you have learned, like a transferable skill that you have learned, that can sustain you to create something apart from your day-to-day work. So your prospects of growth can also be that way, that even in your growth, even creating employment for yourself, it can be consultancy or business wise, or skills that you've learned, soft skills that can allow you to create something as you go on. So those are some of the prospects of growth and profitability aspects that you can consider as you grow, as you choose a career path, especially in our time. Even the normal 8 to 5 jobs has been affected, especially after last year, the COVID pandemic. The past 2 years, can say that one. It has shown us that the traditional way of doing business, of doing careers, can really be changed. So keeping up with all those dynamics, so that you're not kicked out and now you are frustrated with the whole system, with life. You don't become a bitter person because now things are not working. So can you are you able to be flexible enough to change, to adjust, adaptability with the changing trends? Yes. That come in, like technology, it's changing the way some careers have been operating and all that. So those are things to put in consideration as you grow, as you choose your career path. And then the next one that is connected to that is the work environment, or the lifestyle that come with your work, that with that career or that job. For instance, if you want to be a doctor or a nurse, you know that the hospital environment has the smell of medicine, it has issues of blood, issues of wounds. Some are graphic. Maybe if you're put in the emergency section, people have come with cut wounds, all manner of things. So, or maybe you're a doctor again, or a nurse. People may die in your hands. If now maybe their time has come, or the medical procedure didn't work out, and that's quite emotionally demanding. Yes. So you need to, and now if you are if in your normal state, that environment is quite harassing for you, and you choose a career in that direction, that will just be a tall order on yourself. Like, you don't like blood, you don't like the smell of medicine, you don't like seeing people in wounds and all that. And then that just, now it will be a challenge. And then now you choose a career in that, and that, you know, is your daily work environment. That will be a challenge. Or you're choosing a career, for instance, in the aviation industry, like a pilot. You know, the life of a pilot is just on the move. You're traveling, you have schedules here and there, like in a month. You can't stay home for a long time. And you in your normal state, like in your natural state, if I may call it that way, you just want to be home. You want to be that person who is just there. They say that a family man or a family woman, you just want to be home, stay with your kids, stay with your parents, your siblings, just be there like throughout. And then now you are choosing a career that involves a lot of traveling, so that one will be a challenge. So you need to see, if you, by the time you're choosing a career or a career growth that demands a lot of traveling, and you're that person, you need to see how to organize yourself. Or now you don't have to be every time, whenever you travel, you don't like traveling because maybe you puke a lot, or it's just uncomfortable for you. You don't enjoy sightseeing, you don't like new places. Like the whole change of going to a new place really makes your life just difficult. For others, maybe it's a thrill, like it gives a lot of adrenaline. But for you, you just like your place. Things just are calm, they're just nice and slow. So that one will really make your life difficult. So it's better that you choose a career that the work lifestyle, the lifestyle around the work is what flows with you, or you can manage, or you can grow into. Yes. But you want to join to be a clergy person, and that means a lot of people around you, people coming and sharing their issues with you, and you don't like that one, you just yes, so now that one will be a problem for you, because if you join the clergy team, that would be a problem. So let's now God gives you strength. So when you haven't decided on it, you have better chances, you have a better outlook on what to choose. But if you're in now, you need to make adjustments while you're in. But for the people who are you're yet to decide, now you're in a better place to make the choice. Also, to add to the issue of the work environment, does it give you space to the work environment and the values? Probably you value family, you value time with yourself and others, but your work environment does not allow you to uphold that. So most work environments, most careers are improving on the welfare of their employees, but there are some which the dynamics are just are still the natural dynamics of that work is engaging. So are you able to balance even as you are getting in? So you need to make that conscious decision that despite that this work is like this, I will still I'll still continue with it. Yes, some of the work environment may involve working in shifts, maybe at night and during the day. So are you able, and for you you don't like working at night? It may involve extending, for instance, if you're working in a hotel or during the holidays. If you're in the hospitality industry, during the holidays is when the market booms. There are many customers, so you may not have the freedom of having your personal time. If that's what you want, that during the holidays you have your personal time, and the business or the where you're working has not grown to accommodate for you to be free at that time. So you will need to consider those factors, the nature of that industry, so that by the time you're saying I'm getting in this industry, you are fully aware of what you're committing yourself into, and choose well, because once you choose, it will have a great impact. Changing careers is another hurdle. So when you have that opportunity to make a decision, take your time so that you choose the one which you'll be able to be there as long as possible. Career change happens, but again it takes another courage, another milestone before you can make the shift. Yes, so that will be all. Those are the 6 pointers when choosing a career. If there are others that someone may have, you can share in the comment section so that we learn together and help each other. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.